weeks 31 and 32. It's not really been a whole lot different. Yeah, I'm sitting on my couch reclined back because this is just how it's going to be. I might be able to switch around. You're going to see my messy side table. That's okay. It don't matter. Anyways, sorry. So, anyways, um, weeks 31 and 32 were the same as right now and the same as before. I have a lot of indigestion, a lot of heartburn, even though I'm taking medication for it. I did switch my I did switch my when I take my medicine. I switched times for when I take my prenatal vitamins and my iron pill because my iron pill was making me really sick. Um, and I thought, well, I would switch like the times because if I'm in bed, it wouldn't be as big of a deal, I guess. I don't know why. When I take it at night, and I can go to bed and be fine. My iron pill, that is. And I was the same way with my prenatal vitamin. Except, remember a couple weeks ago, I said I was having really bad acid reflux at night to the point that I was literally sleeping sitting up. Like got to the point that I told my husband, I was like, I'm gonna have to sleep in the living room in the recliner because I can't lay down. Um, so since I've switched taking my prenatal vitamins from taking my prenatal vitamins at night to taking them in the morning, I'm not having that problem at night. Not too bad. I mean, I'm still having some heartburn, but it's not too bad. The only issue is now I'm having it in the morning, and it's so bad that I'm getting sick. So, or it could just be that morning sickness is coming back. I think it's the prenatal vitamins because it didn't happen until I switched them to morning time. So I switched them one day last week, and Sunday I could not eat. I was so sick. I literally, by the end of church service, I was in the bath, just sitting in the bathroom because I was literally sick. And so, anyway, so I got to finagle that back so I can quit suffering during the day. I don't know if I like to suffer at night because of it or suffer during the day because of it. I don't know. But anyways, so that's the only thing that's really been going on. I am having Braxton Hicks contractions at least one a day. Um, Most of the time, the past few days, it's been mostly like when the baby balls up or moves a certain way, and then it'll cause me to contract. Um, it has been a couple times that it's been painful in the past couple weeks, but not last long and not be consistent to where it would cause actual labor. Um, yeah, I just lost my train of thought. So Braxton Hicks contractions, I am having them at least once a day. Most of the time, it's more than that, but it's like once, and then a few hours will go by and I'll have another one, or 45 minutes or whatever will go by and I'll have another one, and then it's like 5 hours, and then I might have one, something like that. It's nothing consistent, nothing that would say, hey, you need to go get checked or anything like that. And most of the time, it's not painful. It's just I can feel it, and it's hard. And of course, I have to lean back because it feels like everything is being pushed up into my lungs. Um, what else? I have been hand expressing since my last doctor's appointment, which I believe that was in my last video. I told you guys that I was at the doctor then and had talked to her about hand expressing colostrum, and she gave me the approval to do that. And I meant to pull my little book out because I've been keeping a log to tell you guys how much I have pumped or hand expressed. And I do know it's over 30 milliliters that I've hand expressed. I think the smallest syringe, because I bought some syringes that have caps on them, so that when I hand express, I can collect it in a cup and then draw it up and freeze it. But the smallest amount that I have was like maybe the first day, it was like 1.5 milliliters, and ever since then it's been 3 milliliters every time. Give or take a little bit. Like if it's just a few drops, I won't get another syringe to draw those up. But if it's like a whole milliliter or whatever, I will. I think one day I did, and it equaled out to be like 5 milliliters because the syringes are only 3 millimeter syringes, and so I drew up that one to 3, and then the next one to 2, and so of course 5. But that's the most that I have done, and that was only one day. I only pump once a day, or not pump. I keep saying pump, but it's not pumping. It's hand expressing once a day. For 10 minutes because I don't want to overdo it. But that 10 minutes does really help me at night to be able to breathe because when I lay down, all of this just kind of comes up there and it's solid. It hurts. It's just, I have to do something to relieve it. So that does help a lot. And it helps me to not leak a whole lot during the day as I was. I still have that feeling of letdown. I don't know how to explain it, but I do. I have that feeling. I never had this with my other pregnancies. I mean, I never actually even had colostrum come barely any with my 2 children, and my milk didn't come in until about day 3 or 4. Whereas this one, colostrum was already leaking out at 19 weeks. So I don't know if it has to do with the hormones we take at the beginning of the pregnancy or what. I don't know. I know that not everyone has this happen. Some have had it with their own children. And some have not. Some have had it. Some have had it with their own children, keepers. That's what we call them, keepers. And then not have it happen in a surrogacy pregnancy, and then some have been like me and not have it happen with their keepers, and then have it happen in a surrogacy pregnancy. So it's just, I guess, the luck of the draw. I guess I don't know. But I have been doing that, and I have got a good amount of colostrum stored up for the baby for the first day and a half, whatever. I don't know. I don't know how much that the baby is going to take between then and now, but I still have a little over 6 weeks until my due date. I don't foresee going all the way to my due date, but if I do or past, then I still plan, as long as it's not hurting me or the baby in any way, to keep hand expressing and collecting colostrum so that the parents have it. Sorry. And I'm trying to think of what else I need to tell you guys. So tomorrow I have another doctor's appointment. I will be 33 weeks and 5 days. No, yes, no, yes. I don't even know. I'll be 33 weeks and 5 days tomorrow. So I have a few things to ask him as far as questions. Like I am having a lot of pressure and pain in my groin area, which to me it's just like, okay, well, that's just what it is. It's loose. Everything's loosening up, getting ready, and it's sore. And then, okay, what was I saying? Yes, I have questions for him. First of all, about letting him know that I have some pressure down there, and so I want to make sure everything still is good to go. But it doesn't feel like anything that I should worry about. It feels the same as my kids, but it's a little bit more painful this time around, which I'm older. It's been 10 years since I've been pregnant. So also I need to find out, like, if they will let me go back to work earlier than 6 weeks, because I would really like to, since I don't have a baby to take care of. Like, I know that my body still just gave birth and I need to heal, and I know all that. But I don't want to be sitting at home for 6 weeks with nothing to do when I could be at work and not taking up that time. I don't know. I mean, I get family leave or whatever it's called, FMLA or whatever, but I don't want to take it if I don't have to. If I can go back to work, then I'm going to go back to work. Now, I do want to take a couple weeks so I can get on a good schedule as far as pumping, since I am going to pump for my intended parents. But I don't want to be home for 6 whole weeks unless like I have a really traumatic delivery and end up with a C-section or whatever, or all the things that could go wrong. Then I will, if I need it, then I'll take it. But if I don't have to, then I'm hoping that they'll say, yeah, you can go back at this date, and I can give that to my supervisor and go from there. So those are my 2 questions. I think I have more, but I can't even think of them right now. I really can't. I am tired. I've been working. I went back to work last week. I only worked 3 days. And then Monday was the first actual back to school work day. And in my job, I'm in the cafeteria. So there's no sitting down from the time you get there until the time you leave. You are working. So, well, I do get lunch, so I do get to sit down then. But we get everything else done. Then we sit down, we eat, and we clock out. We leave. So, like I said, I've been having a lot of ligament pain or whatever is right there. I'm so sorry, guys. But anyways, so with that, standing, even with my support band, I'm tired. I feel wore out. And little lamb thinks that it is the funniest thing just to move like crazy all day long, and not just move, but push itself up and out and make me go, because it's like, dude, my body does not bend that way. But little lamb keeps doing that all day long. And like right now, there's no movement. I'm sitting still. You could be moving right now, but no. I mean, I know that the baby's okay, because if I push, the baby will push back. But when I'm chilling and I'm watching TV or whatever, baby says, okay, I'm gonna come down. I'm trying to go sleep or working, baby's like wild and crazy. So I have 5 weeks and 3 days until I stop working for the delivery, because I'm gonna stop the last Friday before my due date. Like, my due date is literally on a Friday, so the Friday before that, I'm going to stop. That'll be my last day. So that's 5 weeks and 4 days from now. And so let's see if I can make it. Being out all summer long and kind of just doing our own thing, and if I want to get up and do stuff, or just chilling by the pool or on vacation or whatever, not really having to constantly be on the go if I don't want to, has really spoiled me. I don't know why. With my son, which again, I was like, what, 21 when I had him. So with him, I was working at daycare, and then I went and worked in a leather shop making saddles, or not saddles, but motorcycle seats and saddlebags. I believe that's what they call them, the side bags for the motorcycles. So I was doing those things. And then when I had my daughter at 22, I had a 1-year-old. So, he was 4 months old when I found out I was pregnant with her. No, he was 4 months old when I got pregnant with her. He was 5 months old when I actually found out. But still, huge pregnant, taking care of an infant. And then before that, it was working, taking care of other infants, plus working at a leather shop, helping build seats and things like that. So yeah, I blame it on I'm older, and then I was lazy over the summer, so I should have got my tail at the gym and did a lot of walking or something. I don't know. But anyways, so that's it. That's all the update I have. It's scattered. Sorry about that. Pregnancy brain. And I'm tired. I will make the video for the questions that I have tomorrow evening, and get them up by the end of this week. And yeah, that's it. We go Saturday for the hospital tour, so my IPs are coming for that. and my husband and I are going, and them, and we're going to have our pre-birth order with us, which I believe the hospital social worker already has. We're going to have that with us, and our birth plan that we came up with, we're going to have with us for Saturday, and that's it. That's all the updates. So I will see you guys in the question year video, and then again in a couple weeks for the next update for this pregnancy. So have a blessed week.